bolt-action rifle has by far been the most accurate, sensible, reliable rifle for the last century and a half. And there's a lot of great bolt-action rifles out there. But what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at the top 10 best bolt-action rifles ever made. Number 1, Springfield M1903. This 5-round magazine-fed 30-06 bolt-action rifle was adopted by the U.S. military as a service rifle starting in June 1903 and stayed in service until being replaced by the semi-automatic M1 Garand in 1936. However, the M1903 stayed the standard issue service rifle throughout World War II, as the M1 Garand didn't have the needed production numbers yet. The M1903 remained a U.S. sniper rifle even as far as the Vietnam War. There's 15 variants of this rifle and over 1.5 million rifles produced, and 24 different countries have used this as their service rifle. Number 2, the Mauser M98. This stripper clip loaded magazine fed German bolt action rifle firing the 7.92 by 57 millimeter Mauser. In 1898, during the U.S. war with Spain, the U.S. was simply outgunned with their Springfield 1892s against the Mauser, which led ultimately to the production of the Springfield M1903. With 9 million M98s built between 1898 and 1935, this legendary bolt-action rifle is still being placed in sporting rifles. Number 3, the Winchester Model 70. This bolt-action sporting rifle holds an iconic place in American hunting sporting culture since its introduction in 1936. Earned the nickname the Rifleman's Rifle. Service history in the U.S. Marine Corps during Vietnam War, 3 to 5 round capacity based on caliber, and in 1999 the Shooting Times named the Model 70 the bolt-action rifle of the century. Number 4, the Remington 700. This is a series of bolt-action rifles that have been in production since 1962. 3 to 5 round internal magazine depending on caliber, 2 forward dual opposing lugs, so many variations that not many 2 Remington 700s are alike. Shooting almost every major cartridge from the 17 Remington to the 458 Win Mag. Still being used by 6 major militaries including the United States. Number 5, Schmidt Rubin 9611. This Swiss straight pull design firing the 7.5 by 55 Swiss still to this day is one of the finest detailed accurate rifles ever made. Swiss issue was put into the closet of every male in Switzerland and replaced eventually by the K31, which still took the straight pull bolt design from Schmidt Rubin. Number 6, Savage Model 110. This bolt action rifle was developed by Savage Arms in 1958. Designed to give the hunting market a powerful, accurate, dependable, lightweight rifle. The 110 has evolved into so many variations, offering the tightest headspace, floating bolt heads, and adjustable trigger, and is still one of the most accurate rifles on the market. Number 7, the Mosin Nagant. This Russian 5-shot bolt-action rifle firing the 7.62 by 54R was standard issue Russian military rifle from 1891 on, and used in almost every war in some way since. This tough, dependable, and accurate rifle has over 37 million produced. The Mosin Nagant after production has circulated probably the entire planet. Number 8, the Ruger M77. This bolt-action rifle was developed by Sturm Ruger & Company in 1968. It was intended to modernize the Mauser 98, and Ruger used investment casting to replace forged receivers. With a redesigned trigger, the M77 could quite possibly be the best Ruger rifle ever made. Number 9, the Arisaka Type 38. This 6.5 millimeter bolt-action Japanese military rifle was in service from 1906 to 1945. Adopted by the Japanese military, this rifle about took over most of the Pacific countries and helped the rise of one of the strongest militaries of that day. With 3.4 million produced, it is no doubt one of the most influential rifles in Asia. And finally, number 10, the Lee Enfield Rifle. This bolt-action magazine-fed repeating rifle used as the standard issue service rifle for the British Empire. In service from 1895 to 1926 and still seeing some service throughout World War II. This 10-round box magazine fired the .303 British, and there probably isn't a country on earth that hasn't seen the Lee Enfield in action in some kind of way. So there you go. There's my top 10 list of the best bolt-action rifles ever made. If you like this video, click like and subscribe.